constipation. You can only relieve that by getting rid of the waste, so a laxative would be ideal. Not a deodorant for the mouth like a mouthwash or some sort, but a laxative. High blood pressure. Popular in the South is hyssop. Hyssop, astragalus, blessed thistle, all those are used for high blood pressure. But the popular one is golden seal, not golden seal, the popular one is garlic and hawthorn berries and the hyssop. Valerian would just relax the person. If the pressure is caused by hypertension, then the relaxants are good, the valerian. And the skull cap is good for stress as well. But indigestion, again, we got the fermentation gas, problem with digestion, so we're going right to the kitchen again, as I mentioned before, with your oregano, the marjoram, all those kind of herbs, the nutmeg, the cinnamon, all those are used for digestive problems. The marjoram, see, the nutmeg, all these you find in your kitchen to help with that digestive process. The bay leaves, the cayenne. But popular for that would be the golden seal, lobelia for the gas and fermentation, wild cherry bark is for gas and fermentation, bayberry bark is for gas and fermentation. That's food rotting in the digestive tract. So you may want to take a laxative and clean the food out. Influenza is a cold, and white pine is very popular probably in the South and in Europe. They use a lot of pycnogenol and tea tree oil, all those pine kind of trees. But you're back to the respiratory, the mucus, catarrh kind of things, the coltsfoot, the horehound, the pleurisy, the elecampane, the mullein, those type of herbs. Inflammations, that's anything that ends with an itis, vaginitis, appendicitis. You want anti-inflammatories. That would be cat's claw, feverfew in that case. Cat's claw and feverfew, anti-inflammatories. Golden seal has anti-inflammatory effect. But to relieve the inflammation, they're trying to relax the tissue so to get rid of the waste, so they're using the hops and lobelia for that purpose. The slip-arounds help to get rid of the waste in the system, which may be accumulating and causing the skin to get irritated and causing inflammation. So they go from a couple of different angles here with this combination. Insanity, mental illness, these are not the herbs, not today. They help increase the blood supply to the brain, relieve stress with the skull cap and the peppermint, and the sedative effect of the catnip. But you're looking at a severe illness here that may require better treatment than this, and these herbs here. Insect bites, years ago they used to use tobacco, but tobacco is kind of contaminated crop, so I wouldn't suggest you use that anymore. Fennel is good for insect bites. Skull cap, black soap even, for that matter. Echinacea, black cohosh, parsley, which is a diuretic. Sometimes you apply fennel directly to the area that gets rid of the pain from the bite. Intestines, trying to use some fenugreek or the chia seeds or those kind of seeds that produce a lot of mucus. That's why I said chia and fenugreek seeds. You see, and okra pod seeds, they produce mucus to help wash out the intestines. That's why fenugreek is here. Golden seal helps purify the skin. Mint is a calmative, relieves the stress and waste, helps relieve that waste out of the tissue by relaxing the tissue. Nettle is good for the skin. Pennyroyal has astringent effect. And the Solomon seal is good. And white alum is astringent. Cascara sagrada is a laxative. So we're trying to rush the food out and we're trying to slow it down with alum. I don't know which way they're trying to go with this formula. That's why I said generally the slippery elm, which helps slip the waste out, the fenugreek, the chia seeds will be good for that condition. Some people use Irish moss. Itch, buckthorn ointment or buckthorn oil is good for that. Yellow dock is good for itching. Poke root is good for itching, as well as chickweed. Ivy poison, we're trying to relieve the itching and discomfort of it all, so we're using a little lobelia, golden seal, myrrh, disinfect, echinacea, and bloodroot. Now we're down to liver problems, which we call jaundice. It's not really a problem with the liver. The liver is excreting bile to break down the waste. The waste is causing the problem, which is causing the liver to react by secreting bile, making the skin look yellow, the fingernails look yellow, the eyes look yellow. We call that jaundice. So we use her specific for the liver, dandelion root, or we use the other herb, milk thistle, to go directly to the liver. But if you're not going directly to the liver, you can use bayberry cleavers for the mucus congestion, the waste, sorrel, which is good for skin diseases, which means it helps purify the waste in the tissue.